What up, guys, and welcome to the coffee shop. This is your host and barista. I need to make sure I'm on camera. Hang on. Yeah, there I am, right there. Hey, what's up, everybody? So, this is your host and barista, Eric, and I'm here to let you know, Coffee Shop Crypto is doing a lot of things in the background with this new smart money concepts indicator that I've been working on. Like I said in the previous announcement, that the next step for this indicator will be bullish and bearish liquidity zones, right? Not only will you end up having, let's get rid of these boxes for now. So not only will you have these liquidity lines showing you that, liquidity was left in the market at these points, and these are potential swing points as well. Like if a price comes down to it, if it's satisfied, it will. If it's not satisfied, it will continue through. And if it is satisfied, like boop here, it'll just drop away from it. But I always have to find the special little hidden features in the market, right? The only thing that I have, and you'll see that I've changed the user interface on this. The only thing that I'm looking at right now is swing trade liquidity lines, right? I'm looking at swing trade liquidity levels and swing trade liquidity zones. And I'm doing it on a 5-minute chart. Okay, 5-minute looking at swing trade. I can turn on scalping and see tighter price action movements and stuff like that, right? You'll see the other ones show up in just a second. They didn't show up because there's none there, right? So anyway, let me just turn those off. I don't need those. Anyway, so what I'm getting at is that these levels where price starts to come up, back up towards this liquidity area, like you see it's moving up and it's trying to get back here, but it never gets there. I always have to find that there's always something else going on in the market. Like we have a new high over here, right? And a lot of people are wondering, am I going to reach this high or not? Here's a perfect example to know when you have a higher possibility of getting a failed high, like you want to get back to that pivot level. Well, you wouldn't do that if you had support and resistance in your way, right? So let me turn these boxes on, tell you what they are, and then we can just go from there. Again, I'm just going to take a couple of minutes with this video just to let you know about the development of what's going on here, right? So here's a perfect example, right? This zone was formed instantly. Like when I say instantly, I mean instantly. Like it formed on this candle, right? At July 16th at the time 1820, okay? So one cool thing is that this zone started forming here, and another change that I made to the settings was evolutionary support and resistance zones. You can actually extend these zones a certain number of bars into the future, right? So if I want to extend it 100 bars like that, it will just simply extend them out 100 bars from the starting point, okay? See, they were over here, now they're extending way out here. Now I want to show you why this is relevant, okay? Let me just kind of go back to that setting here, there. Okay, so I said it, what was it, 1820, right around here is when a new one showed up, right? And it's giving you it's showing you instantly the entire new zone, okay? You can see that the current zone is like this. This is it. Oh, why am I thing so thick? There we go. So you can see the current zone is like this. It's only that far from top to bottom, right? Let's kind of zoom in a little bit, see what's happening here. And as a new zone starts to form, look, it's forming right there. You could see just a little sliver of it, that green line right there. See it? That is a new sliver. That's the beginning of a new zone. Okay, and it runs all the way down to here, right? Exactly to the bottom of this one. It's a new support and resistance level. Now, let me point out something here. This is resistance. This is support with my arrow backwards. So red is always a support level. Green is always a resistance level. So you're always trying to move up into the green, right? Or trying to move down into the red. Now, what happens when your support level is above your resistance level? That's when you get these dramatic moves in the market. Like price just really takes off, just dramatically. Okay. Now, that's when they flip over. That happens when price squeezes a lot, like your highs come down and your lows are moving up. And they don't always look this way. Sometimes it looks like a triangle like this, right? sometimes it looks like this, okay? Or it could just look like really, really strange, okay? It could look like any kind of triangle. Your price action is making this triangle shape. Somewhere in this area, okay, while this is happening, while the price is bouncing around inside this area, you're going to get tighter support resistance areas. And eventually, they flip over. Your support is above your resistance. And that's when you have to look for your breakout. You need to break out of the appropriate support or resistance according to the volume that you have, okay? And I'm using right now, I'm using on the bottom of my chart, it's another indicator I created called the Voodoo, okay? And it's set for a specific length of, specific length for a look back on volume. I'm going to do a video probably later tonight telling you guys the proper way to use volume settings, okay? Now, the Voodoo is coloring my bars. It's telling me that I have bearish volume here, bullish volume here, and you can see exactly what's going on, right? Price enters into this zone. There's actually a double zone in here. It looks like two green ones, but you don't break out the top. You break down through the bottom. Where is your next support and resistance level? Well, it's right down here, right at this support, resistance, and a liquidity area, all right here. So you have to make a bet. 9 out of 10, you are not gonna break through that area. So if you break below your resistance, like you essentially, you've gone up into it and you're breaking below it, you break below with bearish volume, then you have a downtrend going to that next area. What happens if you break above? When you break above, you are not going to surpass the previous high. For example, here, you have bearish volume, right? See, the colors are red. It's bearish volume, but you break out of support. Well, you could get here. However, 9 out of 10, you are not going to break or reach that liquidity level. That is a seriously far target. You have this support and you have this resistance level in front of you. And here's the top of it, okay? So you could probably get inside of it, but you cannot get to the top. Most times you cannot get to the top. And that's the way support and resistance works with volume, okay? Volume has just diminished slightly, allowing price to rise. Bearish volume has diminished, allowing price to rise. But it doesn't mean price is going to go all the way up there. So let's just kind of go forward. You see price immediately breaks out. Nice hammer candle right here. And it instantly forms a new resistance area. Like I said, green is resistance. Now look at the size of your resistance area. Okay? This is the size of resistance. But I want you to take a very close look at something. You have resistance with, look closely, you have resistance with support on the inside of it. Okay? There is support inside of this resistance area. See it here. And there's another one right there. Okay, this area right here. A little faded, a little hard for you to see a little bit, but it's there. It's this preceding one. Okay, so that's telling me if I was going short, that's as far as I would go. And if I want to break long and short inside of this range, I need to avoid that area as long as it's there. So let's watch. And like I said, it was not going to get to the previous high. It did not get there. Let's play this out. Okay. Just kind of let it play it out. All right. Now I'm just going to stop it. And you see what happened. Again, you're breaking through support with bearish volume. You have bullish volume here, but you did not break out of bullish liquidity or bullish resistance. You didn't break in short. Your candles were not green when you broke through the green zone, but your candles were red when they broke down through the red zone, right? Okay, and price cascaded down. There you go, right? So let's just see what happens again. And like I said before, you have this area right in here, okay? You can see that, it's right there. I don't need to keep that there. You can see this area. So you see price is moving upwards, okay? You still have bearish volume on your candles, all right? And this is automatically plotting a certain number of bars into the future, just so you can see where you are. Now, you have entered into, nicely, you've broken into this bullish resistance area. That's why I colored it green. It is bullish resistance. Price will always come up to it and start seeing lots of resistance. So it's bullish resistance, bearish support. Okay. Now, you're breaking up into this area. Most people would be like, oh, great. If you didn't see this inside here, people would take this as a breakout. Okay. They would take that as a breakout. They would try and reach this area, the previous swing high, right? Which happens to be a liquidity level. They would immediately go for this target. And I'm telling you, you are not going to get there because inside of this area, there is additional support and resistance. It's there, okay? See, the price won't get to it. It's not making it so far. Now, this area is pretty accurate because you get a tap, a tap, a tap, right? You see these wicks are all hitting this area. And you finally get bullish when you're in this area. Great, you're bullish, okay? If you're looking at a volume indicator, you'd say, I have bullish volume on this candle. I have my breakout. I'm going to go long. Here's my target. And you're going to fail because you don't see this, right? You don't see that. So let's just take a look at what happens. Price hits it and then makes a double top, right? Little tweezer top. Immediately starts pulling away. You get a rejection. And now you are bearish again. You still did not get a green candle breaking out the top of this area. You didn't get one. So it's not bullish. You simply entered into a range trade. So moving on. Let's see where we get to. Give me a couple more candles. Oh, okay. Bearish candle breaking down through a bullish resistance. All right, let's see. It's not outside of it yet. Are we outside yet? Nope. See, it's still rejecting that bottom. Okay, now we have one with a rejection. Nope, this is a bullish candle. Not there yet. I'll just play it out. Why not? We'll just do that. There you go. See? Nice breakout. There's always one breakout, then a fake, and then a breakout. It always happens that way, right? Always happens that way. Now, what did I say when you have your red above the green? That means you have bullish above, you have bearish above bullish. That's upside down. There was a squeeze in the price, right? Price squeezed. And here's your lows, here's your highs, right? But then price started to squeeze on the way back down. So here's your highs, okay? There, come on, let me grab that. There's your highs. And here's your lows. Where's your low? Right, here's one. Like this, right? They're slightly angled towards each other. Get a little fake out. Okay, you see how they're just kind of, they're moving towards each other a little bit. This one's less angled than this one, okay? And this is a nice little fake out right here. All right, so playing on. Why did the price come cascading down? Because it never broke above this. You never had a proper breakout of this breakout candle is not a breakout candle. Okay, this is a very small move out. Doji candle, and this candle is a bearish candle with bullish volume. So it's completely opposing. This is the end of the trend, all right? Then you got a tweezer top right there, and it's just stuck in the bottom of this range. It will not get above that area, but it does break below it a couple times, breaks below it. So where does it go to? All right, probably goes back down to a preceding area. Look here. Let's see. There you go. Goes back down to a preceding area. How nice. So it's really good for letting you know your limits, your ranges. We have new. Hey, what did I say? When your red is above the green and you break below it, you should get a nice cascading move down. Let's see. There you go. Lots of push to the downside. Okay. When this is above this, red is above the green, it should be the other way around. Always. Because this is resistance and this is support. When you have resistance, okay, on the top, support on the bottom, then you are doing that normal thing where you are range trading from one to the other. But if they are upside down from each other or overlapping like this, you simply need to look at your volume and figure out which way are you breaking out. My volume is bearish. I've broken down through this one and this one. Okay, I should be going short. I can go look somewhere else on the chart if I want. Let's see. Can I find another one? It's going to be shot in the dark here. Let's see. Where it breaks bullish, right? Here. There, right there is one. Okay. They're overlapping. You break above this one and this one. Small move up. Here. They're overlapping here, right? I didn't break down below. I broke above. They're overlapping each other, right? You can see it that they're overlapping each other. And my volume, right? See the bars? They're red. They don't break below. Now they're green and they break above. So nice long trade ends up going out from here to there until you meet different kinds of resistance or another overlapping area. And this move was, I don't know, let's see. This was a, let's see, $14 move on a 5-minute chart. So this is going to be a really, really intelligent indicator for you guys to use. There will be certain types of buy-sell signals on there. There'll be long, short. There's going to be a lot of things in play with this. So I just want you guys to know the development for this is really taking off. Yeah, this is what's going on in the background. So hope you guys enjoy it very soon. I would really much love to release this today, but it's not as finished as I would like it to be. All right. So everyone, see you next time at the coffee shop. Peace.